On today's project, what are we doing? We're removing this nasty tint, this purple stuff from the 89 Montero. You can see I've done that window there and got to do this window. So I just wanted to show you how to get really old tint off. This is what it looks like once it comes off. It's all purple and super plasticky and everything, and it's really on there. And a heat gun will take you forever. It'll take you hours and hours, and even with this method, it's not easy. It still takes some time, but this is the best way that I've found. The first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna hit the outside. Don't do this on the inside of the glass. The outside of the glass with a blowtorch. So just for reference, here's the torch that I'm using. It's a Bernzomatic TS8000, and this torch you can use the MAP cylinder like I have on it now, or a propane cylinder. I'm sure either one would work for this job. I think the MAP gas just burns a little hotter, but yeah, it's a really good torch. You can get these anywhere. It's probably the most common torch brand out there, Home Depot. I'll put a link in the description, but this thing's awesome. I use it all around the house, all around the shop for, freeing stuck bolts, even starting just fires in the fireplace in winter. This thing just does it in like 2 seconds. Then you come on the inside with a new razor blade and it'll start to peel right off. This one's actually coming out great. I don't even need the razor blade yet. Okay, so I got super lucky on that one. It all came off on one piece. As you can see, that hasn't always been the case. So that came off really easily. The window still has a film of stuff on it though. There's another layer that we have to do the exact same thing, hit it with heat, and then come in with the razor blade and get that layer off. So you can see here, I took a strip out of it with the razor blade, so it is a whole another layer that you have to get off the window. So, new razor blade, heat from the outside, and just keep working this away. So that's how you do it. Just keep working it with the razor blade and heat, razor blade and heat. And that's it. I wouldn't use any chemicals because they're all just gonna be burning off when you hit it with the heat. You're just gonna be breathing all that in. Just, if it's not working, you need to use the blowtorch or you need a new razor blade. And just make sure, you're keeping that razor blade flat on the glass. There's no risk of you nicking it, scratching it. And also as you get close to the edge, there's rubber seals up in here, so be careful you're not going to tear into those with your razor blade. Now when it comes to getting the very edge of the tint, like up here or back in here, sometimes you might need to lower the window a little bit, and that'll expose something that you couldn't previously get to. Not an option for me right now because this battery is dead, but I will eventually get those edges. Okay, so now all of the actual tint is off, both layers, but the glass still has gunk on it. There's still adhesive remnants left on the glass. You can see like right there, all that stuff, that's adhesive. So now what you can do is you can hit it with some kind of chemical to help break down that adhesive. If you want to be safe, you can use WD-40, spray that on, that'll work great. A little bit more elbow grease will be required, maybe another application. Or if you want to melt this stuff into oblivion, you can use a higher grade like gasket remover. The only thing with this stuff is just super nasty stuff. If any of it drips on like this leather, it'll instantly bleach it basically. So you have to be really careful with this. I think they discontinued this, by the way. I can't find it anywhere anymore. But yeah, hit it with something like I said, and then you'll take your razor blade and you'll start taking off all of that adhesive gunk that's left behind. You could even use something like Goo Gone for this. You hear that? See that right there? That's all that adhesive remnants. Whoops, sorry, where'd the camera go? See all that? And every now and then, wipe off your blade. Keep going. And for this step of scraping off the adhesive, I should mention you want to clean the outside of the glass with like isopropyl alcohol. You want to make sure it's real clean because that'll allow you to see the adhesive from the inside as you're scraping it a lot better than if you have a dirty exterior glass. Once you're done scraping off the adhesive, which by the way, it took me, I think I did 2 or 3 tries with like WD-40, got most of it off, but then I did hit it with the hardcore gasket remover spray, and then I got even more off. That was really like the key to getting the really old and stubborn adhesive off with less elbow grease. Once you're done with that, there's nothing left to do except clean this on the inside as well with isopropyl alcohol, and then you're done. And we have gone from glass that looked like this and was all opaque and wrinkly and really hard to see out of to nice and clean, and now I can get it some fresh clean tint put on it because this 20-30-year-old stuff, yeah, I mean, its time has come. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm not a professional at this. I don't work at a tinting shop or an auto glass shop or anything like that. I'm sure there's probably better ways to do this, better tools, better chemicals. I'm just going off of what I have on hand and what I found to work best for me. If you have any other tips that you think would help, feel free to drop them in the comments. All right, you guys, I appreciate it.